Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth. And they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off-play action. It's Howell. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be Falcon football.
Ready.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ritter back to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third and 4. Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter Gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. It fights him off. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot break up the first. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Ritter located his running back Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Trouble, 38. Yellow.
Motion man is Schwartz. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Robinson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Dotson's somebody who can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big
loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Okay, right? Ready.
First down, here's Ritter. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Ready?
Ritter off the play fake. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
2nd down and a yard. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them in 3rd and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This time they'll throw it with Howell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Second down, Howell back to pass. Open man is Samuel, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Third and long, here's Howell. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack, down he goes. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is taken at about the 14. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Ritter throwing on third down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Powell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Ready.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. He's going to air one out. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Blue, yellow, huge, yellow, stick, mega, on the ball, field, black, ready.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Look at the big fella go. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The slot man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Smoke Monday. And the return will stop right around the 25. Ritter on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Here's Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Howell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A first and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Howell throwing again after the pick six. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the defense they get to Howell will go down here. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Breaks through the contact. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Here we go. 10 cycles. Full pitch.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Blue strike. Set.
On 1st down, Ritter. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ritter again. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third.
Ready, break.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 42-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Ready.
First down, here's Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons! Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Ritter buying time to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they're going to speed things up here. Working from the gun, Ritter. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Washington first down.
Al now to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Al, he'll look to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And once more, Hal back to the air. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Smoke Monday. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Coon, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just ran on to that big lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
Now a 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down. Howell, desperation time. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Black shot. Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Howell with one final shot. They've got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.